Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us right at 7. I'm Tracey McCain.
I'm Caitlin Nuclo. You're watching Eyewitness News here on the Wax. We appreciate that. And we do have a lot to talk about this morning. We want to start with the weather because we have that first alert today. Meteorologist Jill Gilardi has the details. Hey, good morning, Jill.
Good morning, and congratulations again.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Jill.
And what we're talking about is, I guess, thanking Mother Nature for the rain. We desperately need it. It's just the timing. It's going to impact, obviously, travel, wet roads, poor visibility, and why today is a first alert weather day. It's not the only one, though. It's looking like it's going to be very cold going into Friday morning. A freeze watch is in effect for most of the state. First alert weather day for that. And also windy and rainy kind of conditions Sunday into Monday. So 3 first alert weather days. But let's get to what we're tracking this morning is the rain on the only live radar in the state. As we go up farther to the north, that's where we're seeing some of the heavier rain coming down. And you can see a line of that from Torrington up through Bark-Hampstead. Nothing severe or anything like that, but this could certainly provide, some dangerous conditions to travel in. Of course, we'll get an update on how the roads are in just a bit with Caitlin, but for now we are looking at all that steady heavy rain up across northern Hartford County, and this is all shifting eastward. There are some downpours also along the shoreline, a little bit more broken up, so we're just going to see that rain as we go through the morning hours. That morning drive will be wet, a little slick, so reduce your speed. Visibility will also be reduced. And as we take a look at first alert futurecast going forward through the next couple of hours, notice by 9 o'clock we start to see some improvements northwest. By 11 o'clock, most of western Connecticut is dry and still ongoing east, but not for much longer. By noon, it's going to be wrapping up pretty much across the eastern part of the state. So getting you through all of those first alert weather days, more details on that and those chilly conditions ahead coming up a little bit later in your first alert forecast. But now let's get an update on traffic with Caitlin.
All right, thanks, Jill. Yeah, those roads are wet out there here to start. We're still taking a look at here at Futurecast. We're going to get you an update on those roads. But what I can tell you, we've got liquid on the lens. We've got water on the roadways here. That means there's spray coming up from vehicles, potential for hydroplaning, puddling, ponding, all that kind of stuff here as we progress later into the morning. So no crashes, which is some good news. I do want to let you know that we are following a first alert for you in Enfield, a water main break here through this stretch. I do apologize. Still on that Futurecast graphic here for you with the weather. However, in Enfield, a water main break right along State Street near Route 5. That area is blocked off as the water company is on scene working to make some repairs. Please make sure that you are avoiding that area. Again, first alert weather day. Here we go. A live look outside at some of those road conditions. You can see some of those wet roads, some of that reduced visibility here as well. So as you're heading out the door, just give yourself plenty of extra travel time. That's a quick check at your Connecticut Chevy First Alert traffic report driven by your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
All right, we continue to stay on top of a developing story for you this morning. We're working to learn more about a shooting in Waterbury that left 2 people dead inside of a home on Beverly Avenue.
And in neighboring Watertown, a massive water search took place yesterday. Some connections between the case and, of course, the crime. So we have team coverage to break down where things stand this morning. And we begin with your reporter, Anna Stansfield, joining us live from the Waterbury Police Department. Anna, what do we know?
Well, Tracey, Caitlin, it's been more than 24 hours since that shooting happened Monday night, and still here this morning. Waterbury police are releasing very little details as their investigation continues. Around 11 o'clock Monday night, flashing lights filled Beverly Avenue as officers arrived on scene. When they walked into a home at the end of the dead-end road, they found 2 people dead inside with gunshot wounds. As the investigation began, officers were in and out of the house for hours collecting evidence. And Tuesday afternoon, Waterbury police saying Watertown is now assisting in the investigation after their department arrested a 25-year-old man they say is possibly connected to an untimely death investigation in Waterbury. And right now, we're still working to learn more about the victims in this shooting, as well as the person of interest that Waterbury police say they currently have in mind. Of course, we'll bring you that latest information as soon as we have it. For now, though, I'm your reporter in Waterbury, Anna Stansfield, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, Anna, thank you. And right now, police in Watertown are looking for evidence perhaps related to that murder in Waterbury. They say it was dumped by a man that they just arrested.
Well, police have not confirmed if the arrest is related, but there are some connections. Your reporter Taylor Knight has the latest from Watertown.
Watertown police say that they arrested a 25-year-old man that is possibly tied to an untimely death investigation over in Waterbury. According to police, that man is accused of breaking into a house on Sperry Road here in Watertown. Officers then tracked him down to the area of the Lake Winnemog boat launch. From there, a water search took place for hours yesterday. Police say that divers and a fire rescue boat were looking for a backpack and sneakers, as well as the white Ford Escape the man was believed to be driving in. Watertown police are asking neighbors in that boat launch area to be on the lookout for any evidence and to check their video surveillance cameras from between 5 p.m. on Monday and 7 a.m. on Tuesday. That water search wrapped up last night with none of those items being recovered. Your reporter in Watertown, Taylor Knight, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, and a heads up here for parents, no school today for students at Portland Middle School and High School. Students there also had an early dismissal yesterday because of a sewage backup. In a letter, the superintendent said the sanitary conditions and the odor caused the dismissal. We're told the cleanup is still ongoing, so classes have been canceled. No word yet about the status of after-school activities and athletics at this time.
All right, we're on top of breaking news right now in Enfield. Police say there is a water main break on State Street by Route 5. You can see that area here with our pinpoint news tracker. Police say that Connecticut Water is on the scene making repairs. No word as of right now if any homes or businesses are impacted. But for the moment, make sure you avoid this area so crews can continue working.
In just a few hours here, testimony continues for a third day in the trial against Costa Diamantis. The former lawmaker and deputy budget director for Governor Lamont is accused of taking bribes in exchange for school construction projects. The owner of one construction company testified that Diamantis paid her to hire his daughter, even though the owner felt that the daughter was not qualified for the job. Diamantis is facing more than 20 federal charges.
Well, right now we're working to learn more about a crash in New Britain last night. You can see the scene here right near Farmington Avenue and Cabot Street. It was around 10 o'clock last night when all this happened, and a car and a motorcycle had some significant damage. All that first response crews there as well. No word yet on any injuries.
Well, the Hartford Fire Marshal is looking into what caused a fire at a multifamily home in Hartford. Happened about 7:30 last night. Fire officials say they were able to get the flames under control quickly and that no one was hurt. The Red Cross is helping one family that lost their home find a place to stay this morning.
A man from West Hartford is facing charges in a vandalism case. Police say 40-year-old Michael Guzman damaged several pro-Israel signs at the end of August, taking them from yards, cutting them in half, and discarding them. He's charged with criminal trespass and breach of peace.
And this morning, fire safety officials warning here about the risk of brush fires, even with the rain that we're expecting today. Crews in Guilford put out a brush fire on Boston Post Road recently. Investigators say that it was started by a cigarette that was thrown into a mulch bed. The state has declared a stage 2 drought advisory in Fairfield, New Haven, and Middlesex counties. And leaders are encouraging people in those areas to cut back on watering their lawns and fix leaking pipes and faucets.